Professional streamer, by the way. Listen, I've always told you guys I'm an idiot. I don't know why this is a shock to you, but good morning, good evening, good afternoon. Good to see you guys. Thanks for tuning in already, man. If you didn't hear, it was a pretty eventful weekend for me. We got, we were compromised, boys. Someone was on, well, it started Friday night. Someone was messaging people on my Twitter. And I was like, that's not me sending that. And so I changed my password and just and it stopped. And I was like, okay, maybe it was just, maybe I clicked like a how to get skinny in 5 days link, years ago. Right. I was like, whatever. Maybe that was just like a crazy thing. Saturday comes around. My Twitter, all of a sudden people are like, hey, someone's on your Epic account. I'm like, well, that's certainly not me. So I go down, I'm at my house. So I go downstairs, and as I'm sitting downstairs, I'm sitting here and I'm trying to, just change my password. And then my computer started typing to me. And I was like, wow, this is a lot more serious than I thought. And so it was literally like something, I felt like I was in like the Matrix. Like my computer started typing to me. I was like, oh my God. I was like, no. So like I start typing back to whoever the person is. And I said, are you in my computer? And he was like, yeah. And I was like, no. That is mind blowing. So I'm like, at this point, I'm just kind of dumbfounded. I'm like, wow, you're in my computer. I'm like, man, 2018, dude, that is insane. And so like at this point, I'm just impressed. Like, I'm not even, I'm not like, some people would probably just be like, oh, I'm mad, get out of my computer. I'm like, bro, you're in my computer. That's insane. So I just I talked to this guy. I'm assuming he's a guy. I actually said to him, I don't want to assume your gender, but I'm pretty sure he was a guy. So I'm talking to him for, I feel like we typed back and forth in my notepad for like, probably an hour and a half, maybe. We're just kind of going back and forth. I'm asking him questions. Cause like at this point, I'm just like, how are you in my computer? Right. It's literally like, it's not anger I'm feeling. It's just like, I guess respect. I'm like, dude, obviously you know what you're doing. I'm an idiot. You're inside my computer. So, hey man, hey. And, so apparently what happened was he told me, here's what he told me. He said it wasn't really my fault, which made me feel a little bit better. But basically he told me, about a month ago, I think he said about a month ago, I clicked the link and it looked like a normal link in my Streamlabs, right? In my program, it looked normal. Here's what he told me. It looked normal. I clicked it, looked like a normal website. Wasn't a normal website, apparently. You know what I'm saying?
Hey, you just wasted your money.
Lol and in so chat. Apparently I clicked it, and he's just been on my computer for like a month. Just not doing anything, really. Just kind of, I guess, just like, thank God I wasn't running some sort of like underground scheme with like my notes or anything. You know what I'm saying? Like on my computer. Thank God I'm just a good boy and I'm not doing anything insane, right? So he could have had dirt on me if I was a bad guy. But like, he just basically was like, yeah, I was just on your computer. I was like, oh. So I'm thinking back. I'm like, what websites did I visit while this guy? And then I'm starting to think, could he see me? Like, because I sit naked off stream and I don't move that camera. So, I mean, I don't know if he can see my, I mean, standing up and sitting down, he could probably see me. Anywho, so I'm just kind of sitting there. I'm like, and I'm taking it all in at this point. I'm like, okay, so obviously you know what you're doing. And so I just started talking to him like, man, what can I have done differently? And he was like, it wasn't really your fault. So here's what he told me. The link he sent me was a bad link, obviously, but it looked like a legit link in Streamlabs. He said there's a character that he used, right? And if I would have copied the link from my Streamlabs and pasted it into my browser. So at this point, he's helping me. It's like good guy hacker. At this point, he's like helping me and I'm trying to learn from this whole thing. And I'm like, okay. He was like, if you would have taken it and you would have pasted it, you would have seen that one of the letters was not real. It was like it was a fake, and you has like an asterisk or something like that, right? And you'd be like, I'm not going to click that. But on Streamlabs, guess what, chat? It shows up as normal. Thanks, Streamlabs. Really appreciate that one, guys. So basically, because Streamlabs doesn't show me that it's a fake letter, I click it thinking it's normal because I had a strict rule, man. I thought I was safe. I was like, listen, dude, I'm only gonna click like YouTube, Steam Community, and like Imgur, right? And I thought I was gonna be okay. Little did I know, boy howdy, I was wrong. So apparently there's a way around it. And so I asked him, I was like, is there any like service I could use that isn't like, is Stream Elements any different? I was like, is Stream Elements, are they safe, right? Or is it the same kind of thing? And you're just like a god, right? And he was like, nope, Stream Elements has the same issue too. And I was like, wow. So I told him, I was like, what should I do, right? So what should I do to better protect myself? That's what I'm trying to learn from here, right? I'm just trying to, you know, take from it and learn. And he said, basically, don't click links. That'd be the safest option, obviously. Or if I really wanted to, he said, I could copy and paste every single link you guys sent me. I could copy it, put it in the web browser, look at the characters, and if I see a character that's bad, I know it's bad. And I was like, huh. So I think we're gonna go with the no links option here. But literally, like, I talked to this dude. I talked to this guy for an hour and a half. I don't know if he's a fan of the stream. I couldn't really tell. He seemed like he liked me. Like he wasn't doing it like maliciously. Like, oh, I freaking hate Tim, dude.
Sup, Tim. Been a fan for a while now. Right? Finally able to sub again.
Thanks much. Dude.
Lobster fishing was a little weak this year.
Appreciate it.
Have a fantastic stream, man.
Much love, bro. Much love, dude. Thank you. He basically, like, he seemed like he liked the stream. He wasn't like mad at me for any reason. Cause I mean, to be blunt, chat, this dude could have royally effed me, like completely, but he didn't, you know? So good guy hacker, feels good man, clap in the chat. And so we talked for a while, just kind of back and forth a little bit. And he showed me where his thing was. He showed me where it was on the computer, and he removed it for me. And it was a really bizarre experience. But like, you know, I'm looking at my computer, he's just moving everything around, and I would have never seen it. I would have never found this thing, dude. It was like, I couldn't believe what I was looking at. I was like, dude, this is insane. All from a link, man, you know? And so he deleted it for me. And so here's the thing, here's the part where I really realized that he was kind of a good guy hacker, because some of you are probably like, Tim, he probably just said he removed it, but he didn't, right? So he told me, we're gonna delete this, restart your computer. I shouldn't be able to have access to your computer after, right? He deletes it, I restart my computer, I turn my computer back on, I'm sitting here for a minute, right? And then he messages me again. He's like, wait, I'm still here. I was like, he was like, F me if I can't get rid of my own hack, he said, basically. And so it was like, I mean, if he was really still trying to be in my computer, you know, I think he wouldn't have told me, by the way. You know what I'm saying? I think he would have not told me, oh, wait, I'm still here. So like, because I would have had no idea. I was just sitting here. You know, I was just sitting here, just staring at my computer, seeing if he just, you know, basically, I thought about opening my notepad, be like, hey, are you here? But he just messaged me. He's like, oh, wait, I'm still here. And then he figured it out again. And then I restarted it, and I haven't heard from him since. So I'm assuming he's not in there anymore. I'll probably still reformat it eventually. I didn't have time. Like, dude, this weekend for me was like super busy. Like I had a bunch of birthday parties and I had to go to. And so, yeah, so I still gotta like reformat or something. I mean, he told me, he flat out told me, he was like, you can reformat if you want. He was like, but I'm deleting it here. So I was like, okay. It was such a weird experience, man. It was so bizarre. But basically, the TLDR of it was, hey, you just wasted your money. Lol in chat. Exactly. The TLDR of it was, this dude has, you know what I think too, chat? You remember how we were lagging a lot and I couldn't quite figure it out for like a long time? It was that, I think, because I'm not lagging right now. You know what I'm saying? So, because I couldn't explain my frame drop. You remember that? You know, I was just randomly dropping frames. I was like, I don't know, man.
Because your moves are weak.
I think it was that. I think that was that was the issue I had. So, I mean, it may not have been. I'm not sure, but Yeah, basically to sum everything up here about the hacker, I'll probably still reformat just just to be safe. Even though I'm more so just doing it so chat shuts up because everyone won't leave me alone. It's not that I don't trust the guy. I trust, as weird as it is to say, I trust the guy that was in my computer. Tim! And like I said, he didn't really have any, it wasn't malicious. It wasn't like, I freaking hate TimTheTatman, dude. I'm going to get in his computer and mess his stuff up. He was just kind of seeing if he could do it, I guess, and teaching me a very hard lesson about links that I thought I was okay with. And guess I wasn't. So it was kind of like a good guy hacker kind of thing. You know what I'm saying? So, and like I said, too, after I talked to him, he didn't seem to, he wasn't, I don't know. It was really weird to explain. Like I wasn't mad at him. He wasn't mad at me. We just kind of he violated me a little bit. Yeah. I mean, it's in my computer, but it's a federal crime. Well, I mean, I don't know what, like, I don't know. Like, I can't, like, what am I gonna, like, I'm not gonna, like, hey man, like what? I don't know. The TLDR is basically he hacked my computer, got rid of the hack, and I'll probably still reformat eventually, but I'm not like super pressed on it. I try, as weird as it is to say, like I said, I trust the guy. I don't think it's on my computer anymore. So, but I'm mainly just going to reformat so chat shuts up about it. You know what I'm saying? But overall, very weird experience. Talked to him for a little while. Good guy. That's where we're at. Okay. So now we're here still. So, because like I said, man, if this guy wanted to, he could have locked me out of my computer. Like he could have done so much, dude. But he just wanted to just see me naked at times, I guess. I don't know. So anywho, yeah, he just wanted to watch you off stream too. Wow, what a nice guy. So he was a big fan. But yeah. So there's all that. All this being said, chat, you can guess what I'm not clicking today. Can you guess? Can you guess what we're not doing today, chat? Bob? You see that link there, Bob? I don't want to click that, Bob. All right, Bob? Thanks, Bob. Tim!
You can always click on Have It, Tim.
Here's the thing, Bob, like, here's what I'm saying. Like, if I actually want to watch this link, I have to copy in pasta and see if there's a hidden character. Tim! No, everyone's a hacker. Yeah, no. I mean, I understand chat's just looking out for me, but I don't know. I trusted the guy. So anywho, Bob, let me tell you what I don't want to do, and it's click this link. You know what I'm saying? But like what I could do, he said, is basically, let me try it with Bob. See, it's hard to copy on this freaking program too, which is annoying. Tim! I can't copy on Streamlabs. I'm mad at Streamlabs about this whole thing. You know what I've learned after everything is I'm mad at Streamlabs, chat. Bob, I can't copy this, dude. Hello? Bob? Because Streamlabs shouldn't have a hidden file. I have to like copy the entire message. Is this gonna work? Okay, so now I'm looking in the link and I see nothing. I don't see anything. Yeah, this guy says Control C in my chat. Like I don't, guys, chat, trust me. I understand I'm computer illiterate, but come on, guys. Like I know that Control C copies, guys. Thank you. I mean, there's no crazy links in here. There's no crazy numerics in here. Dude, I can't do this though. Like, here's the thing, chat. We got to figure this out. Like, because I'm not gonna do this for every top D. It's gonna. Is my monitor on? I think so, dude. Tim used Google to Google a calendar. Exactly. You know what I'm saying? Bug reported to Streamlabs. I think they know. That's the thing that blows my mind. Like, they know. Maybe the way that we're supposed to do top D links, boys, is you top donate and you request a song That is literally the only workaround that I can really see. If you really want to give me a song, you top donate and you tell me what song to look up, and I'll look it up on YouTube. That way, you're not sending me a link and I'm just looking it up, right? Because there's nothing that could really go wrong there. That'd be like the $10,000 links only. Hey guys, you want me to click a link? $1,000 links only, chat. All right. So, Bob, what song is it? I mean, Bob usually links me songs. It's not that I don't trust Bob anymore, unless I click the wrong one. I guess that'd be the workaround for it. You guys would you'd have to do that, I guess. Hang on, Bob. Thank you for your top B. Let me back up and catch up with stuff. Thank you. How did it feel to have another man inside you? I felt vulnerable. it was a weird, like I said, it was a weird experience, man, but it could have been a quadrillion times worse. So
I am in high school again. This is sophomore, junior again, around the same time frame when I'm still kind of fat and awkward. I mean, I still am fat and awkward, but whatever. So I'm in high school, and I see these people, and yeah, I don't know what the hell I'm talking about. Anyhow, I'm in high school, and my friends like to party. My friends like to go to these parties, these house parties where parents are gone, and everyone's like, yeah, let's get drunk and have sex. So that's a high school thing, and so I wasn't really into that. So it's a Friday night, and I told you guys this before, chat. Friday night is raid night, but my friends come over. They're like, Tim, you are going to this party. And I said, I do not want to go to this party. I want to raid. And they said, too bad, you're going. And my friends, once again, force me. They bully me into going to this effing party that I don't want to go to. And now I'm at this party, and everyone's drinking and having fun. And I'm standing there, and I'm like, this is stupid. And so I'm there. And basically, what happens is there's this woman there, and this woman, we'll call her, what should we call her, chat? Let's call her, what's the name of a girl that has sex a lot? Naomi. We'll call her Naomi. So Naomi is there, and Naomi is known for being the public bus stop, if you will. She gets a lot of action. Really known for being real loose, you know what I'm saying? And so Naomi, she's a whore. Just to be flat out, she's a whore, and that's kind of what she's known for. Just to be flat out. And so Naomi's there, and rumor in the house is that Naomi wants to fornicate with your boy. And so I am terrified because at this point in my life, I haven't really kissed a girl. I'm like 16 and I haven't really kissed a girl yet. And I'm really nervous about that, much less inserted inside of them. Like I haven't done anything like that. So I was very nervous and I didn't really know what to do. But my friends always kept saying, dude, you gotta like do it. Just do it, man. And here's what I knew. I don't think I want to do it with this chick. That's what I thought. I was like, I don't want to do this with this girl. And so I'm at this party and the girl's drunk and my friends are like, bro, you gotta do it, man. You gotta do it. I'm like, why? They're like, just do it, bro. Just do it. Like, I got Shia LaBeouf in my ear. So finally, here's what happens. Naomi's very drunk, and my friends basically forced me to go talk to her. So I go and talk to her, and I'm like, hey. And she's like, hey. And she's hammered, and she's talking like that. And I'm like, oh, God. And so I don't really know how to talk to women at this point. And so I just start talking about the first thing that's on my mind, and I start talking about World of Warcraft. I'm like, yeah, Friday night's usually my raid night, but I came out tonight. Yeah, for some reason I thought she'd really appreciate that, but I don't think she understood the level of commitment that I was breaking. But whatever. No one understands. No one ever understands. So I was like, yeah, I was supposed to be raiding, but I'm here. She's like, what? And I'm like, yeah, like I raid in Azeroth. And I kind of just start explaining to this girl what raiding is. And I can tell she really doesn't care, but she's at least trying her best to keep her eyes open. So she is sitting there, and I'm talking about raiding. And she finally gets right up to the point, and she goes, yeah, so I'm going to be in my car outside. If you want to come out there, we can, have a little fun. I'm like, okay. And she walks away. And I'm like, all right. So I walk back to my friends. I'm like, bro, what'd she say? I'm like, she says she's going to be in her car, and I can go outside. They're like, bro, you got to go. I'm like, nah, man. They're like, yeah. I'm like, okay. And so my friends kind of hype me up, and they get me outside. Now I walk outside, and outside kind of looks like a horror movie. There's one, it's on like a farm, and there's like one light over like a barn, and like there's a bunch of tools everywhere and hay bales and like that. And I see her car like off in the distance, so I start walking over, and I am hyping myself up for this car. I'm like, you know how like if you go to a job interview, you're kind of like, okay, I gotta focus, really gotta focus about this, you just kind of get in your own head, you really focus. Like I am focused, like you can't take my eye off that car. And I'm like, all right, here we go. I'm gonna walk in here. I'm gonna give her the best time of her life, and it's gonna be great. And so I walk in, and I get up to the door of the car, and I'm looking at the back seat of the car, and I'm standing there, and I haven't opened it yet. And I'm like, here we go, Tim. You got this. You got this. You're gonna sex this girl. You're gonna sex her. So I open up the door after I hype myself up, and I open the back door, and I see this girl fully naked, just all she has to offer, as naked as she came into the world, and she is just spread eagle, just there. And I looked at her chat, and I froze for a second, and I absolutely panicked out of my mind, and I ran away, as if someone was chasing me from the woods. Like I was sprinting, like Sasquatch and Jason were teamed up trying to fucking kill me. Like I fled as fast as my fat self could go. I fled, and I started running through the dark of this area that I don't know back to the main house, and I am sprinting, and I'm like dodging and diving, trying to dodge these effing like horses, and they got just everywhere, like a fence. And so eventually I trip on this hoe, and it's not like a girl, like, I mean, an actual hoe for the ground. I trip on a hoe into all these effing, like, I don't know why they stack hay so high. Who's the guy that's like, let's stack hay just up. Like, don't do it wide, just put it up. And so I hit this giant hay bale pile. Hay goes everywhere. And I'm just, like, kind of laying there. And I can kind of, like, see the car door. And I'm just kind of, like, at this point, I'm, like, just accepting what's going on. I'm like, I might as well just sit here and watch this out. And so, here's my favorite part. I see her lean out of the backseat of her car. She's like, whatever, bitch, you're missing out. And she basically says that and then just kind of passes out in the backseat with the car open. And I got up and I fled back to the house. There's this thing called bridge jumping. And what it physically is you jump off a bridge. That's it. And some people are like, oh yeah, bridge jumping stuff. And for me personally, I looked at bridge jumping as a danger and a threat to my life, considering I'm, 6 foot, almost 280 pounds. But all my friends were really, in shape and really fit. They all had 6-packs. I was just like protecting my 6-pack. That's kind of what I was doing, in high school. I was like, yo, listen, there's a 6-pack there. I got to keep it safe. So basically, here's what happened. In high school, I played a lot of World of Warcraft, and I was no Lunatics. Thanks for the sub, man. I appreciate it, bro. I got some love in the chat from my man Lunatic. Thank you, brother. Appreciate me. So I was I was a young man, and I was a really good World of Warcraft raider, and it was Friday, and we had, I think it was either Thursday or Friday, and I had to farm mats into a raid. It was one of the two. And so we were getting ready for our raid or whatever, and
Tim!
I'm not going to toot my own horn, but I was one of the number one DPS that we had. So I'm there, and my buddies come over to my house, and they say, Tim, we're leaving. And I was like, but why? I need to raid. I can't go. He's like, no, we're leaving. And I was like, what are we doing? They're like, we're going to bridge jump. And I was like, what the He's like, we're going to bridge jump. I was like, what do you mean? He's like, we're going to jump off bridges. And I'm like, I like the ground, bro. Why do I gotta go somewhere? I like the ground. I don't need to feel safe here, I was like, nah, dude, I'm not really feeling that. I'm not going. They're like, but Angela's gonna be there. We'll say Angela's this girl's name. And Angela, just so you know, is a girl that I had a crush on. She was kind of the girl I could never get. I got in the friend zone with her for a while, but I loved Angela, bro. Loved her. This is before mom in high school. I'd like to add that. This is my junior year. So they were like, Angela's gonna be there. I was like, I don't care, bro. I gotta raid. My guild needs me. It's Molten Core. It's pretty serious. And they were like, no, we're going. And they unplugged my computer and they made me go. Which, by the way, I would just like to say, I feel like those aren't very good friends. I just wanted to raid, not jump off bridges. But regardless, let's move on with the story. So we get to this spot and we're at a bridge, and you're jumping off the bridge into water. That's the fun. You literally jump off the bridge for 2 seconds or 3 seconds and you fall into water. That's it. Bridge jumping. Oh, that's so fun. It's fucking stupid. It's dumb. I still, to this day, think bridge jumping is very dumb. Okay? So, my friends are all jumping off the bridge, and I'm chilling on the side, like near the rocks or whatever, with Angela and the girls. And I got, I'm one of those kids in high school. I'm a fat kid, and I got my white T-shirt on because I don't want everyone to see my titties. So I got my white T-shirt on. Even when, and I just want to say to you, if you're an overweight person here that struggles with that, as someone who used to wear shirts all the time, I just want to tell you, brother to brother, and or sister to sister, I guess. Yeah, even with the shirt, they can still see your effing body. Just take it off. It's more comfortable. So, anywho, so I'm sitting there with my shirt on, and being real fat titty like, and I'm just kind of chilling, And my friends come over. They're like, "All right, Tim, it's time to go. We're going to the top of the bridge." I was like, "I don't want to. I'd rather stay on the ground." They're like, "No, we're going." I was like, and then not Ash, Angela. What I nickname her? Angela. Angela's like, "Come on, Tim, you can do it." She gives me a little bit of a word of encouragement. And I was like, hell yeah, I'm gonna impress this girl. So I get my fat ass to the top of that bridge, and I'm on the peak of it. I'm on the peak, the point of no return at this point. All my friends are behind me. I'm kind of balancing on this one metal strip, and so all my friends kept telling me, all you got to do is you jump and you pencil. So what you do is you jump off the bridge, and the pencil is obviously you get close to your body, and you basically go straight down rather than having a lot of surface area, and you just kind of right into the water, right? That's the idea, okay? So all my friends are doing it, no problem, jumping and penciling, and then I'm up there, and I'm looking down, and I get really nervous. I'm like, I'm not doing this. I'm not doing it. My friends are like, "Don't be a pussy," saying all that stuff. "Jump off the bridge, fatty." It was a pretty rough childhood. And so basically what ends up happening is I get really scared, and I start to wimp out, and I'm like, I'm not doing it. And I try and walk away. But then who do I see out of the corner of my eye? That's right, chat, Angela. I see her in her fit bikini. And she says, "Come on, Tim, you can do it." And she cheers me on. And I was like, dude, I'm going to impress this girl. This is what's going to get me out of the friend zone, jumping off of a fucking bridge. This is what's going to get me out of the friend zone. I'm going to jump my fat donk off this effing bridge. So Angela encourages me. My friends are all clapping. I'm like, all right, dude, I got this. Walk up to the peak again, and I'm right there. I'm like, all right, Tim, jump and pencil. So here we go. Amping myself up. I jump or leap, whatever the fuck you want to call it. I get off of the rail. All right. Now I'm free. No going back. Only spot I can go is down. Right. So I begin to do this thing that my friends all told me I need to pencil. So I start to pencil. Right. Now here's the thing with me. While all my friends are like, skinny and in shape, I'm fat and not really in shape at all. I mean, rounds of shape, but whatever. I digress. So I jump and I pencil, but my pencil is a little bit different than my friends because I have a lot more body space kind of thing going on and a little more top heavy. So here's what kind of happens. I jump, I pencil, but then I start to lean back a little bit. I just slightly start to lean backwards, and I'm like, oh boy. So I'm kind of going back a little bit. Now this all happens in like 3 seconds, by the way. It's like wicked quick. So I'm like leaning back, and I'm like, oh frick, that's not good. Let me try to readjust and lean forward a little bit to see if I can go back straight. So now, rather than leaning back, now I start to lean forward. And I'm like, oh, what the and now I'm going forward. So I'm like, oh, frick. Now I'm going to belly flop. So I'm like doing quick math in my head. I'm like, okay. And so now it's a point of the pencil I'm going to hit. And so here's what I do. Instead of landing forward, basically, I flail my entire body. I just freak out. I'm like, oh! I just like kick. And I try to go back because I'd rather land on my back than my stomach. I realized that midair. I was like, okay, this isn't good. Okay, this is a lot worse. I'd rather go back. So I kind of go kick. So it's almost like back, front, panic kick. I just kick and I fling my body. And I flail backwards. And I'm like, ah! And I look like probably like a dolphin out of water trying to flick to my back. And sure enough, I get enough momentum that I flick all my weight to the back. And chat, I land square, just flat on my, if this is the water, my back was like, you would have thought 10 shotguns shot off. It was so loud. I was under the water and it sounded like a bomb went off. Like, and I stand up slowly and my friends are all like, oh. And it's like all of a sudden everyone realizes this is a bad idea. Like I was saying it the whole time, but it took me to actually jump off the bridge for them to realize that. And my entire back is so red, dude. It's literally, honestly, dude, I probably messed some stuff up, bro. It was pure, it looked like the sunrise on my back. It was a mess, dude. And I just want to say for the record, I went back and I sat and I didn't raid that night and I was in a lot of pain the next day. And that whole thing with Angela, it didn't work out. She still didn't care, and I was still in the friend zone. So I was in college, and I was drinking at a bar with some friends, and we're hanging out, you know, at a local bar around Syracuse, and I have to go to the bathroom. So naturally, chat, what do? Get up and I go to the bathroom. That's right. So I get up and I go to the bathroom, and I'm there, and I'm holding my Johnson, and I'm peeing, and I hear this person in a stall kind of next to me, just kind of like rambling around or whatever, and I'm just like, ah, it's weird. But you know, they're not doing. Here's what I know: they're not taking a dump or anything. They're doing something else. I'm not quite sure what. And then I'm just standing there holding my dick and going to the bathroom, and all of a sudden the door just like flies open, just like flies open, like he was trying to, you know, get away from murder or something like that. So he comes out, and it's this guy, and he's wearing a Derrick Rose jersey, and he's looking at me, skinny white guy, and I can just tell right off the bat something's up with him. So he has this Derrick Rose jersey on, and then he has this huge coat on, and he's staring at me while I'm peeing. I'm like looking over my shoulder a little bit. I'm like, can I help you? It's only him and I in the entire bathroom, and all of a sudden this guy goes, hey! I'm like, hey guys. I'm like, hey, what's up, dude? He's like, how's your night? I was like, it's going pretty well. It's going pretty well. How about you? It's like, it's great. It's going great. Yeah, it's my birthday. I was like, happy birthday. I'm still holding my dick. So I'm just like having this really uncomfortable discussion with this guy. And I'm holding my penis. That's all I'm thinking about the whole. I'm like, I'm still holding my wiener. So I'm talking to this dude. It's his birthday. And all of a sudden, I'm done peeing. And I turn around and I zip up. And I'm looking at the guy. And he's standing kind of in my way to get out. I mean, it's a pretty tiny bathroom. But he's just like standing in my way. And all of a sudden, he opens up his coat. And he has this little bag of a white substance, chat. I'm going to let you take 2 guesses what that was. And he kind of dingles it around a little bit like I'm a freaking cat. Like he has catnip for me. It's like, what do you think? So he's like dingling this thing around me, and he's like, huh? And I'm like, excuse me? He's like, it's cocaine. It's cocaine. I'm like, you're yelling. He's like, it's cocaine. I was like, all right. I was like, oh, no thanks. Like, I'm good. And it was almost like this guy has never been told no to cocaine before. And because like all of a sudden his whole demeanor was like, it's like, what do you mean? I was like, I don't want cocaine. I don't want to do it. I don't want coke. I'm good. I'm good. Like, I like beer. I'm feeling all right now. I don't need cocaine to like push me over the edge. And so all of a sudden, this guy starts getting defensive with me. Like I did something wrong. And he's like, I don't get it. I don't get why you don't want cocaine. I was like, man, I just don't really want to do that. Like, I've just never done it, and I'm just not really down for coke. And he's like, and this guy starts to get agitated. He starts to get mad at me. He's like, I just don't get it. I don't get it. I don't get why you don't want to snort cocaine with me. Why don't you want to just do some cocaine? And this guy's like starting to get aggressive. And keep in mind, it's him and me in this whole bathroom. And so, chat, I shit you not. Here's my plan. This is an older bar, kind of run down. I was legit gonna pull the door off of the bathroom stall because it was kind of on a hinge. I was just gonna rip that shit off, and I was gonna bash him with it. Like an effing, like I just just grabbing him by both heads and then just like hit him with it. That was like my plan. I was like, I'm gonna beat this man to death with a bathroom stall if he comes to me, because he started like kind of motioning towards me and getting kind of aggressive with me, right? So this guy starts to get aggressive right as he's like, I don't understand why you don't want to do cocaine with me. What's wrong with cocaine? And he starts to walk at me, and I'm like mentally preparing myself to get in a fight with this coke addict, John Cena. This guy walks in behind me. This huge black guy walks in behind this guy, and this dude freezes. The coke guy freezes. So like I'm here, coke guy's looking at me, and you guys are like the black guy that just walked in, right? And this black guy kind of just like walks in and like realizes that something's kind of iffy or whatever, and I'm just standing there, and the coke guy's just standing there, and all of a sudden the coke guy just like closes his coat, just like slowly backs away, and just like creeps out of the bathroom while I just kept staring at me. And then after that, I left, and I went back into the bar, and the guy just kept looking at me like he was a little gremlin. He was like he just kept looking at me like a little like hobbit, like Like, he was mad at me that I didn't want to do cocaine. I don't understand people. Like, why can't I not do... I forgot to mention, too, one of his pitches for me to do cocaine with him was because it was his birthday. That was his pitch. I was like, no thanks. He's like, it's my birthday. I was like, happy birthday. I don't want to snort coke.
How much money, chat, do you think those actors are getting paid for that? I mean, why can't I get in a commercial, dude? Ricegum was in a commercial. That was an interesting experience for me. So yesterday during the Super Bowl, I don't know if you guys saw, Ricegum was in a commercial. And some of you may not even know this. Ricegum originally streamed on Twitch back in the day. And I had 50 viewers at the time. This was way back, boys. I'm talking 5-6 years ago. I had about 50 to 100 viewers at the time. Rice had 5 viewers. And I thought he was really funny. And so I rated him. And my viewers went over to Rice's channel. And Rice, he was an entertaining kid. He was funny. And he ate a raw egg or something like that on stream for my viewers. And then, how ironic is it? I'm sitting on my couch watching TV. And I'm like, holy shit, that's effing the guy that I rated back in the day. Wow. He's progressed a lot further than I have. So it's my fault we had Ricegum? Okay, listen. I still think Rice is pretty funny. I will say the whole roasting kids thing. I mean, I'm an old man. You know what I'm saying? But I do think Rice is a funny kid. He's a funny guy, man. And I think, and now, but he took off on YouTube, obviously. He barely, you know, he did okay on Twitch, but then YouTube is what really launched him. You know what I'm saying? So
I feel better.
Let's get a Kai grip in the chat, please, for Lowe's 420. Lowe, I gotta be honest, bro. Thank you for the 420. Let me tell you why, bro. The day I had. Let me explain it to you. Okay, ready? Other subs and donos, I'm gonna catch them to in a second. I'm talking right to Lowe here, the guy that just gave me $420. All right, let me tell you what happened, Lowe. After the morning stream this morning, I got a top D for Lowe, by the way, in the chat for the $420, which is obviously going to be the top D of the day for multiple reasons. 1, it's Lowe. 2, no one else can really donate today. And 3, it's Lowe. Did I say the first point? So, anywho, I shut my morning stream off. Right? Go outside. It's 95 degrees outside, like Satan's lair. My skin, I'm frying. Because I'm very, very white, just in case you guys have not noticed. My skin, white. So I go outside, I'm like, the sun hurts. Now, I have a push mower, because I'm a beta idiot, and I have a push mower for my lawn, okay? Which is roughly, give or take, half an acre-ish. At least, not straight mowing half an acre. If I had to mow half an acre, I would 100% have a ride on. But it's a lot of lawn compared to what I'm used to, right? And so I go outside, all right, and I have not really mowed my lawn very much this year, and the grass is up to my knees, and I basically need a Bowie knife to try and get through, okay? So I start going at 1 o'clock in the afternoon. I'm going, okay? Going for like maybe 5 to 10 minutes. My brand new push mower shuts off. Just stops working. Now, thankfully, chat, I used to do landscaping before, so I problem solved this. I checked the oil, it's good. I checked the gas, it's good. At this point, my entire repertoire is run out, and I don't know what's going on with my lawnmower. So I'm kind of staring at it, and I'm looking at it, and I don't know if you guys have ever heard of this, but this mower is a newer one, and it has a choke on it, and so I'm staring at this choke, and I'm like, bruh, it's gotta be something with the choke, because I've never seen this on a lawnmower before. I'm annoyed, because whatever. So I start flicking this little choke thing around, and then I start just pulling it, and eventually it starts going again. So we go. I'm mowing. Rocks everywhere. It's just hit me in the shins. It's like a damn nightmare out there, okay? So I get my entire front yard done, go to the back, okay? Run out of gas, go to get my gas can, take it out of the garage. It's a heavy, my wife got like the biggest gas can she could find, I think, at the department store. She's like, excuse me, I'd like the largest one you offer. It's like 100 pounds. So I'm lugging this thing out there, take the top off, kick it over, spill it everywhere. It's just all over my grass, and I'm like, whatever. At this point, dude, like, I'll just accept it. So I end up funneling some in, okay, overfill the frickin' mower because it's so heavy and I can't hold it up by myself. It's literally so awkward. I flood my motor. Now I'm sitting there, choke's broken again, start it back up, hold it. I'm standing there for close to 5 minutes, just letting this thing putt out. It's just putting out all the gosh darn smoke. So this is still, I haven't even started the backyard yet. So at this point,
upload videos on YouTube.
Shut up! Don't you ever interrupt my story ever again, or you will get beat. Hang on, I'll answer that in a sec. So, mower finally is running again, okay? Smoke's done putting. I frickin' finally can start on the backyard, and at this point, just so you know, it is 2 o'clock. It's been an hour now I've been out there, okay? Get my backyard done in about another 45 minutes. I get into my house after I clean everything up at 3 o'clock in the afternoon. I walk into my house, hoping to relax. Forgot to turn the AC on, so it's 85 degrees in there, so I'm sweating everywhere. Turn the AC on, get a nice cold cup of water, look up as I'm drinking, and there's ants everywhere. And I'm just staring at them like, how did you get in to my house? This is a brand new house. Why are you in my house? Why? And so I literally count 10 ants, carpenter, thick ants on my ceiling. And I'm like, so now a whole new task has come up. I thought I was just gonna mow my lawn this afternoon. No, sir. Now I'm scrambling. There's donuts out. Don't talk to me about my diet. Donuts out. Ants are like hiking away with the donuts, bro. I don't know where like the one hot day, they're all like, all right, John, you ready? Let's get it. And they just went. Every single ant in the colony, it just decided to come into my house today. So all of them are just running around my kitchen, and I'm looking everywhere. I see them, I'm killing them, I'm squashing them. I'm like, bro, where is the hole? I can tell where they're kind of generally at in my kitchen, but I can't figure out how they're getting in. I'm on my hands and knees for 30 minutes, crawling by every wood, like every single edging. I'm crawling, feeling, no. Finally, I basically give up in desperation, and I'm just gonna give my house to these ants that have arrived, right? I lay down and I put my head on the floor and just take a little breather at this point, because it's almost 4 o'clock at this point. And I look up, and these mother effers are climbing underneath my granite. I found it. It wasn't on the floor, because I thought it was on the floor because they were all over the walls from the floor. Wrong, Tim. So I'm laying and I'm looking up, and I see 3 of them, and they freeze. They're like, oh, she found the hole. Like, you knew, I knew. Like, they were all coming back out like they were happy, and then they're like, oh, he found where we're coming from. You know what I'm saying? Like, they knew. So at this point, I've killed almost every ant that was in my house, and what I do is I just tape the hole up. Okay, just for now. I was like, stop coming into my house. So I taped the hole up, right? Then I have to go to my local department store. I walk around for 27 minutes because for some gosh darn reason, everyone was sold out today. It's like everyone had ants in their house today. No, like I went to one store.
Yawn z.
I went to one store, sold out. Went to another store, they only had like the spray. Finally, I find this little honeydew suckle sugar formula, and I'm like, this will do. So I finally, around 6:30, get home. I place my traps, and I watch. I watched them. I removed the tape, and I watched them. I was like, come on up. Come on. All you can eat buffet up here. Tell your buddies. Get everyone in the house. Get them in the house. Get John over here. I have 7 traps right next to the hole. I made it as accessible as possible. I was like, here you go, bro. You don't even got to walk far. Walk right up. You'll see it. So right now, the hole is still not covered, and the ants are flooding into the little traps, and they're going to bring it back to their colony and kill everyone. That's what's going to happen. That was my day. Also, there's a video on my Twitter of me recording the first one that went in there. I don't know if you saw it. So, John the Ant is dead, chat. I squashed so many ants today. So many. So that's my story. So, all of this being said, I had a really long afternoon. And I very, very much appreciate the $420. Thanks, man. Appreciate it, bro. Wasn't that just a great day, chat? Wasn't that a great day? Jeez.
Hey, Tim, I wanted to get that big boy bit badge before I head to Chicago River for St. Patty's Day celebration. Enjoy the day and catch you tomorrow AM. Friend 10, thank you for the 5,400. I lived in Chicago during this time. I'm just going to go ahead and tell you to make sure you are out of there by like 6 at night, 6 in the afternoon, because that, dude, Chicago on St. Patrick's Day turns into a hoopla. Just be careful, man. All right. I hope I see you tomorrow morning. Friend 10, check back here tomorrow morning so I make sure you're alive. All right. Thanks, man. Like when I was in college, the girls always wanted, like, oh my God, let's go down to St. Patty's Day. But here's the thing, like every time my friend, like we'd go down, the women would start something with other women and then the men would like try to get in an altercation. You know what I'm saying? Like the girls started it every time. Oh my God, I'm just gonna go get drunk. Oh, this bee just looked at me the wrong way. Oh my goodness. And then the guy steps in from the other crew. He's like, what's going on here? And then my guy steps in and I'm like, hey, I'm not fighting anybody here. I'm not dating any of you. You think I'm gonna have your back? Answer, no. You can get yourself in a fight. I don't know you guys like that. You know, there's a couple people, you know, I'll step in for people if they need it, you know. For example, anyone in my Twitch chat, I have your back. Actually, that's a lie. One of my viewers got into a fight one time. And in the bathroom. It was at TwitchCon too. I think I told you guys about that, right? Like this dude, I think he's one of my subs. Something happened. I'm sure alcohol was involved. And I'm in line to go to the bathroom. And these two guys just start punching each other in the bathroom. And I was going to record it with my phone, but I decided, I was like, you know what? That could really make one of them mad. So I'm just going to keep it in my pocket. And so what ends up happening is two guys step in, they kind of start separating them, and they bring one guy who's like amped up like by me. He's like, wait! And he starts yelling like right in front of me. He's like, this is Tim. I was like, oh boy, here we go. And so he was talking to me, and basically what happened was I kind of de-escalated him a little bit. I was like, hey man, look, you want an autograph? No. I was like, no, I remember I was like, hey, you know, we're just, you know, we're chilling, having a good time. And the guy wouldn't leave unless he got a picture with me. So I took a picture with him and sent him on his way. If you're in here, it was nice to have a picture with you. I still have no idea what that fight was about. You guys just randomly started, don't touch me. Then bam, punching each other. Good times, man. Good times. Tim! Before I finish this video or watch this video, I do need to tell you guys, I need to explain why I was late today, because I have a legitimate reason. So I was in the gym, lifting, getting swole. All right. And I went to the Stairmaster to work on my glutes. And so I was doing the Stairmaster. And as I was doing it, a woman went on one of the Stairmasters, not like right next to me, but like a couple down, like not like poof. You know how some people like post up right next to you at the gym, like you're on your treadmill and then all of the treadmills are open and then John goes on the treadmill right next to you. You know how that goes? Yeah. So it wasn't like that. Like she was a couple down. So anywho, I'm doing my thing, watching my show that I'm not going to say because I don't want any spoilers for it. So I was watching my show and doing my Stairmaster, working my glutes, and I noticed out of the corner of my eye that she has a Twitch shirt on. So I couldn't see the logo, but I saw the arm sleeve and I saw that it said Twitch. And so immediately, I'm like, oh, obviously she knows who I am. I'm the head of Twitch. So I got off of my Stairmaster. I walked up and I said, I know you want to talk to me. That's a total lie, by the way, just for the record. So basically I'm standing there. I noticed the Twitch shirt out of the corner of my eye. And here's what I usually do every time I see a Twitch shirt in real life. I don't assume.
Jesus am only one man.
Thank you, Silent. I appreciate you. I'll get back in your Pokeball because Chris is here. He's coming in right after you. I'm sorry, man. So listen. I'm trying to explain this. Hang on. Chris, I love you, man. I don't know when I'm going to see you again. I appreciate it. Silent, I'm sorry. You got out donated like that. I apologize. Thank you both. Okay. So, hang on. Silent, Chris, hang on a sec. So, Tech Guru is Chris, by the way, just for the record.
So whenever I see a Twitch shirt, I always assume they don't know who I am, right? I always, in my head, I'm like, okay, they probably don't know me, whatever. So I'm just doing my thing, cleaning off my machine when I'm done working out. And I took my headset off. Here's what I did. I made myself available just in case she did know who I was and wanted to say something. So I cleaned my machine, I took off my headset, and I was walking out of the gym. And I was like, okay, if she says something, then she knows. If she doesn't, whatever. So I walked by, and she goes, I know who you are. And I said, you do? And then she was like, yeah, you're Tim. And then we started talking. But I was late a little bit because, I mean, I didn't talk to her very long. Her name was Tiffany. She's a nice lady. Her husband, Dan, also watches. I've met him. He's 6'4". He said that I'm small in real life. Like a damn wombat, bro. I'll come at you. So I talked to her for a little while, and then I got home, and then I had to explain that to my wife. Not like I was talking to another woman, just told her why I was not home on time, and then that made me late to my shower, and then I took my shower, and then the soap fell in the drain, and I was like, ah! My African black soap, that is a real thing, Google it! So anywho. So it was cool to talk to Tiffany. I don't know if you're here. Her name is like, she said her Twitch name was Orca, the Orca Whale, or something. I already forget. I remembered her real name, Tiffany, but I forget. I think it was the Orca Whale. The Orca Whale? Orca the Whale? I can't remember. It was something about an orca. That much I'd remember. Because I was like, that's a unique Twitch name. I feel like I've never seen anyone with the name Orca sub to me. So I dropped the soap. Yeah, I'd get wrecked in prison, bro. There's no way. So, anywho, that's why I was a little bit late. So I apologize, guys. Sorry. But all in all, I was only 2 minutes late, and I got to talk to her for like 5 or 10 minutes. So I guess it works. I guess it works out. Not even watching. Oh, Lady Orca. There she is right there. Lady Orca. That's her. I knew it was something with an orca. So that's her right there. Say hello. Everyone wave. That's Tiffany. Hope your workout was good. Well, I don't know if you got done when I left too. That's her. On her, I can't remember her husband's Twitch name. But her husband says that I always knock on Hondas. Chad, do I knock on Hondas a lot? I remember my old intro, I knocked on a Honda. That's probably what he was thinking about. So, anywho. That's that. There's my story. It's always really cool to meet people around Syracuse and, like, talk to people, like, just in my normal day of life. That's the cool thing. Like, seeing people, like, around where I live and talking to people, it's pretty cool to kind of hear their story and stuff like that, so. The bitchmobile. I mean, yeah, that was my old intro, though. It's not like every morning I get on stream. I'm like, hey, man, good morning, guys. Tim, back at you with another stream. Hondas suck. I don't think I've ever, done anything like that, man. You know? I'm like, hey, guys, good morning. Hope you're having a good day. Ready to play some Overwatch today. Hondas are the worst vehicles on the market. All right, let's get into the game, you know? Like, I just like my Jeep. I like my Wrangler, you know? Can I get the gym address, please? I want to send a strobogram. You know what was funny? I took a picture with her, and I just got done working out, so I probably looked like a hot mess. So, yeah. But I took a picture. I was so sweaty, though. I felt bad for her. She was like, can I get a picture? I'm like, I don't know if you really want a picture with me right now, but hey, let's do it up. Do a fan meet in Syracuse so I can meet you. No, dude, I hate that term. I hate the term fan meetup. I hate that. I hate it. Just because I don't want to feel, I don't feel like, yo, come see me. I'm really important. You know, I don't like that. I don't like that. That's not my style.